And today's a brand new day. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. And we have an amazing episode for you today. Sit back, buckle up, relax if you wish, or don't relax. We got a special episode for you today. My name is Ramon Ray. Today, we got a few things we're going to share with you today about remote work, why it's essential for your business success. We got that for you today. We're going to talk about field-tested content marketing tactics. Marketing is so important to we business owners. You can do it right or you can do it wrong, but you got to do it either way. So marketing tactics we're going to touch on. We're going to talk about social media guidelines that can protect your brand today. Touch on artificial intelligence. We're going to continue to touch on AI and how it can not only do thought leadership, but so much more. Excited to this topic. The secret to modern friendship according to real friends. So what is friendship? Thank you for that. Engagement, 5 classic Stoic principles to live by for a happier life. I'm excited about that. That's going to be cool. We're going to talk about, can a minor own a business? If you got young entrepreneurs in your family, young pending business owners in your family, we're going to touch on that. We're going to also bring up why it's costing you extra to pay with cash from our friends at the Hustle Pizza. Yes, that pizza, the greatest food there is a stagnant business, and more from zoneofgenius.com. I hope you're doing fantastically blessed and well today. I'm doing pretty darn good. I can't complain. I've had an amazing week and an amazing week that's going to be ahead, and I hope you're the same as you're watching the Rundown with Ramon. Don't forget, use the comments, use the likes, use the emojis, use the things, and let me know you're watching the Rundown with Ramon as we get started on today's special edition of the Rundown with Ramon. So with that, let's begin with tip number 1. Ding, 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 ding. Why remote work and offshore talent are becoming essential for business. Now, I've used quote unquote remote work, offshore talent, quote unquote virtual assistants. And I don't even like that word virtual assistants because, again, you can get offshore programmers, web developers, leadership coaches, and so much more. I've used these kind of talents for so many years. I've used them from Upwork.com. Of course, there's Fiverr. There's my buddy Rob Levin at Work Better Now, and so many of the ways to get great talent. There's Belay Solutions, Belay Solutions, and more. So my point being, if you're running your business and you're only relying on hiring talent in person or on site, I get it. It can work and it's very useful for you. You're in touch and you can see people. That does work. But also what can work is hiring remote employees or even contractors to help you grow your business. When I think of what we're running here in the businesses I've run, again, these have been smaller companies, but still it's run. I have my executive assistant in another country. I have my video editor in another country. I have my content coordinator in another country. So I have a variety of team members and staff members that help me with a variety of tasks and things like this. Now, one thing I am learning from my project management and those I need more day to day, I'm realizing maybe they need to be closer to me so we can have discussions in real time differently. But the point being, hiring remote talent can absolutely be a benefit to your business. And this is written by David Nilsson, who talks about some takeaways in Entrepreneur. Attracting and retaining talent is more challenging than ever because of the shrinking workforce. Hiring remote or offshore employees to fill these roles could be the only option to solve the problem. The workforce is changing. COVID has unleashed that even more so, that people see now they can work from home. But this is a bit political. Some people are saying, no, nothing beats inside talking to people. My friend, my mentor, Brian Hess of Top Pavement Group, he talks about this, right? And Top Contractor School, excuse me. He talks about this, but I know many people have built successful companies as well with remote talent. So I wonder what's best for you. Do you like hiring remote employees? Do you want them on site where you can see them? Can they both work out? What's for you? Use the comments, use the chats, DM me, reach out to me on LinkedIn or other platforms. Let me know what you think about remote work. But a few tips I will give you as you're looking to hire people who are not working in your business, that you see them, but remote employees or remote freelancers. And this works with any talent. Do you have a job description? Do you know exactly how they'll be measured? Do they align with what your company is looking for? Are they built and meant for more? So understand, as you're looking to build your company and do your company and build things, understand what is happening, what your company needs, so you can fill in those right roles. Again, this is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today as we move forward. Ding, 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 ding. 12 field-tested content marketing tactics. 1, target low competition keywords to rank faster. Some keywords that you're searching for in your content marketing might be already so much used. There could be other keywords that you can get better ranking for. So that's one tip. Number two, as you're looking at the process of content marketing, as you're looking to do things. Number 3, publish original studies to boost SEO and topical authority. It's number 3, rather. Number 4, partner with influencers to reach niche markets. Number 5, as I go through here from our friends at Ahrefs, create a unique newsletter to delight your readers. Listen, if you don't have an email newsletter, one consistently, you are missing out. You can do that newsletter on demand and send it out, or you can queue that newsletter up. So insights and information that you have are oftentimes in a queue ready to come out. So create a unique email newsletter, since our friends at Ahrefs offer free stuff to promote your paid stuff. That's called a lead magnet. Maybe you're a chiropractor and you want more clients in your local town. Offer, 3 common ailments of headaches, and 2 of them could be back issues that your chiropractic office can solve for. Create a content hub for SEO boost. A content hub is a centralized collection of related content organized around specific themes or topics. You should be creating a content hub for your content, for your blog, for your website. Number 9, optimize existing content for quick traffic gains. You should be going back to optimize the blogs and posts you've already done on a regular basis. That should be, in fact, the majority of what you're doing, going back and optimizing. Number 10, repurpose content to reach a wider audience. 10, translate your best content to reach new markets. Number 12, experiment with new topics and formats. This is essential and very, very important. So as you're looking to leverage the power of content, now what does this mean? You post content on a blog, you post content on LinkedIn, post it on a variety of platforms, and it does a few key things. 1, just posting it alone and doing that consistently, the algorithms of those platforms, they want people to see your content because they need traffic, so they can often advertise to the people who are watching it. So that just posting it consistently helps. Number 2, the power of SEO, putting the content in a certain way that Google primarily index it and ranks it so it gets higher in search results. That's number 2. And then number 3, don't forget to put a call to action. As people are scrolling through and looking at your social post, are you telling them what to do next? Number 4, as Gary Vaynerchuk talks about, thank you for those hearts and all those things, I appreciate it. Are you stopping the scroll? What are you doing so that as people are reviewing your content, they stop scrolling and read what you're posting? If those of you who's joined, this is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. How to write effective social media guidelines that can protect your brand. There's a number of ways that you can write content, a number of ways you can produce content, but my question is, are you producing content that can protect your brand? There's many ways to do that. Our friends at Content Marketing Institute, one thing the headline says here, take a responsible approach to workplace social media policies. Especially those of you who work within a company, but even those of you who are the owner of it, what are the policies you have in place in your business? What are the things that your business does or does not do? What's the culture, the attitude, the vibe of your business? The content you're writing, your social media should follow that as well. What is your brand's purpose on social media? What is the company style guide that you have? Are you giving access to shared folders and brand assets to your team? One headline here says, use guidelines as a brand defense. Once you have these guidelines, what are the legal concerns? Are there unsanctioned brand accounts? What about departed employees? These are things you can do to help your business get to the next level, leveraging the power of content marketing. And last but not least, as your employees or your team, freelancers, as they're leveraging the power of social media, especially with your brand and name in it, make sure they're educated about what they can do and what they can't do. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Let's keep moving forward here. Ding, 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 ding. AI can't write thought leadership, but it can do something else. And I don't know if I agree with this. I think AI can write thought leadership, meaning I can ask ChatGPT or Claude AI and say something like, hey, I'm curious about how to raise children better. What are ways you think that can be done? That's kind of thought leadership-ish, Now, where's that content coming from and all those kind of things? You need to understand that. But let me unpack what our friends say here about the power of AI at Marketing Profs. All that content you've been creating, it's not thought leadership, or at least most of it isn't, especially if you leave the writing to AI. In many marketers' eyes, including many experts, content marketing and thought leadership are the same. But although thought leadership can be a pillar of your content strategy, it's not the only content you create. It has specific focus. So this is the nucleus of this article, that what can you use ChatGPT for, AI, what not. There's more to generative AI than doing the writing for you. In this case, here you go. It can help you find provocative topics to add to your thought leadership creation plan. People have very strong opinions about very mundane things. To start with, what Andy calls a provocative but mundane topic prompt, our friends at Marketing Profs. So the bottom line, you don't just need to use AI to write content for you, prompted by you, but you can also use AI to give you tips on what you should write about. So our friends at Marketing Profs. So listen, when you're out of ideas, go to ChatGPT, go to Claude.ai and other tools like this, not just to help you write the content, but say, what in fact should I write? Moving forward, the secret to modern friendship, according to real friends. Friends are important. God has created us not to be lonely people. He's created us not to be alone. Every time back from the first beginnings of man in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve, he said it wasn't good for man to be alone. So we're made to be alone. We're made to have friends. We're not made to be by ourselves. And again, this article here in Vox says, my friend wrote a book about friendship. Here's what we learned about ours. Friendship is important. It's important. We have friends as we're children, friends as we're growing up. And I think you should ask yourself about the friends you have in your life. What kind of friends are they? Are they friends? What does friendship mean to you? Maybe you think friendship means X. To them, it might mean Y. What does friendship mean to you? And what doesn't it mean to you? But this aspect to stop and pause and think about modern friendships. What does that mean in the world of social media? Is a friend someone you've never met, but you emoji them on social media? Is that a friend? I'm not making an answer for it, but I'm asking you to think about yourself. What does friendship mean to you? And what doesn't it mean to you? Because when you understand friendship and you have mutual definitions of people, between people who are friends or not friends, and this is resonating with some of you, I know, I see those hearts, your life will be better. You'll have less hurt, because once you have a common shared definition, both of you can be friends or not friends on the same plane. Ding, 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 ding. Interesting article coming up here. I love this. 5 classic Stoic philosophies to live by for a happier life, says Darius Thoreau. This aspect of stoicism, this aspect of living life where you are not so emotionally tied to so many things. But one, he says, become fearless. He who fears death will never do anything to help the living, but he who knows that this was decreed the moment he was conceived will live by principle, at the same time will ensure, using the same power of mind, that nothing of what happens to him comes as a surprise, says Seneca. So become fearless. You got a bad grade. It's always bad weather in your town. No one likes your social media posts, all these things. Get over it and go through life fearlessly. Number 2, desire nothing outside your control. I'm not saying these things are good or not. I'm just relating some insight here from Darius Thoreau. But Darius says, desire nothing outside of your control. This might hurt, but needs to be said. Too many of us are slaves to external validation. We crave likes on Instagram, promotions at work, and more. But guess what? All these things are beyond our control. Number 3, rely on yourself. It's often easy to lose sight of the fact that the only person you can truly rely on is yourself. I get that in the Stoic principle thing, but I know myself, I do rely on God. And I must say, what about relying on other people? Aren't there some people in life that you can truly rely on, that you can truly count on? This obviously is generating some interest. Thank you all for your engagement. And don't forget to leave comments, leave thoughts, depending on what platform you're watching this on. But this aspect of stoicism, for me, I think it has some good and some bad, but I'd like to know what you think as well. Trust nature. Again, reading here from Darius Farrow. Life is unpredictable. It's filled with unexpected twists and turns that can either break us or make us stronger. Interesting. Number 5, do what you say. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, practice what you preach. It's easy to spout wisdom, give advice, and criticize others, but living by your principles, that's where the real challenge is. Be a person who does what you say. Thank you, Deanna. Happy today's day. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Deanna Lammerts, in the clutch on the Rundown with Ramon, highest rated show across our networks. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. All we ask is for a bit of your time to get the top tips you need to know to start and build a business. And Deanna comes in here and says, you're right, Deanna, do what you say. So many times, Deanna, we say we're going to do something and don't do it. You know those people like that. I may know people like that, but we want people who are keepers, people who say, hey, I'm going to do it, and they do it, people who are show up people indeed. Moving on to the Rundown with Ramon. Can a minor own a business? Can they? I don't know. Let's see what our friends at allbusiness.com say. Can a minor form a business entity? If a parent chooses to form the business on behalf of their child, they can act as an authorized signer. Liabilities apply in these situations, and parents can be held responsible if their dependent is negligent in matters of operating the business. Can a minor sign a contract? Technically, yes, a minor can sign a contract, but because minors are not considered to have the legal competency to enter into a binding agreement, they have ability to disaffirm the contract. Woo! Can a minor get access to credit? The disaffirmation condition was reviewed earlier, and that's why it's hard for a minor to get credit, it seems like. Credit card applications are open to people 18 or over. So minors can get a credit card, but you guessed it, they kind of have to do so under their parents. Can a minor claim copyright? According to copyright.gov, minors may claim copyright. Number 6, isn't experience necessary to run a successful business? Now that, my friends, is a different question. Nothing to do with legal or not. Do you have to have experience to run a business? Let me answer it this way. You don't need experience to start a business. Anybody can do it. But as you build your business, you're going to learn things, and you definitely won't be the same business owner in day 1 that you are in day 100 or in year 5. We all start from zero. We all start from somewhere. Even if it's a little boy or little girl learning from their parents, they start somewhere. So I think everybody should try their hand at entrepreneurship. And one of the best ways to be successful about it, don't go into entrepreneurship knowing nothing. Having studied, go to score.org, look at zoneofgenius.com, look at small biz trends, take courses, just a few things on entrepreneurship, work with a friend to understand simple things like marketing and sales, how to find your customer, how to price your products or services, how to fulfill them, how to build a team, the mindset for entrepreneurship, and then go forth and build a successful business. This is so important indeed. Love it, love it, love it. Our chief commenter, Deanna, saying here, hopefully you won't be the same. Some do not want to grow and learn, unfortunately. Deanna Lambert, you are so right. Some people are in business for so long and they just kind of like an ostrich with their head in the sand. They don't want to learn, or they refuse to learn, or can't learn, whatever it may be. So love it, love it, love it. Love the comments coming in today. Moving forward, ding, 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 ding. Question here, want to pay cash? That'll cost you extra. This is our friends at the Wall Street Journal. From ballpark hot dogs to parking tickets, more cash payments are coming with the fee. And here's why. It sounds cool to pay with cash. But when you pay with cash for the business, it's harder for them to keep track of it. They got to count it. When you use digital technology, boop, 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 done. The accounting is done by the bots. When you use cash, somebody's got to lick their finger and chick. Yeah, I know you can put it in a machine, but cash is uncomfortable. So oftentimes it seems like companies are charging you more to use cash, ironically. Going forward here, it may be the culinary world's finest genre, but pizza is now also its slowest growing one. Pizza sellers say the slowest growth among all restaurant segments included in Technomic's annual restaurant report. Last year, ZA scored only a 3% gain, less than half of the 7.1 industry average. So what does this mean? I don't know. One thing it does mean, though, is that pizza tastes good, but if you're a restaurateur and you're in the pizza industry, it may not be something that's going to build you a profitable business. Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. We got it on zoneofgenius.com. Wednesday's cutting-edge business model for last-minute travelers, a cool business team I interviewed. Check them out on zoneofgenius.com. If you wanted about last-minute restaurant travel, a new business type, you can look up WHIMSTAY. We talked about the ups and downs of being an unconventional business owner with some insights and thoughts from Tesla's Elon Musk. Again, you can go to zoneofgenius.com and look up unconventional business owner. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Rundown with Ramon. And yes, Camila, I love pizza too. The problem is they're saying it may not be great for business. Again, I'm glad you've been watching the Zone of Genius show, or actually the Rundown with Ramon show. And I encourage you, live your best life. Go forth and let somebody know that they matter. Let somebody know that you care, because we could all use a little virtual hug from time to time and be told that we matter. Thanks for being here on The Rundown with Ramon. Listen, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I appreciate you so very much. And until next time, see you on the next Rundown with Ramon.